What's going on, y'all? This is the First Amendment with your boy Isaiah Tilson. Hit the like, subscribe to the page, do anything you could possibly do. With that being said, man, I was talking about Andrew McCabe today, but we still gonna talk about Andrew McCabe. But the bill just been passed, and I just heard it when I went upstairs, and I was like, "Oh, that's dope." Okay, so Donald Trump and them, they worked out the bill. I believe that Donald Trump got like $1.3 billion for his wall. He got 55 miles approved. A lot of things inside the bill. I think it's like close to 4,000 beds for children that's coming over the border. And I mean, like the deal was worked out. It was a deal that could have been worked out a long time ago without all this nonsense and ridiculous mess put behind it. But I'm just happy that the bill got worked out and got signed. Well, I think she's signing it right now. But I'm happy that they worked out the bill and it got signed. Now, what he's preparing to do to get the rest of the money is something that we don't know. That's kind of like an unknown situation. So we're gonna wait for that to happen, and I'm gonna come back and talk to y'all about that. But right now, we gotta talk about this Andrew McCabe, man. This guy is one of my favorite persons right now. You know, when he was let go from the FBI on let's get this date for you. When he was let go from the FBI in 2018. Well, I don't think it was 2018. Who was Andrew McCabe? What did it matter? Why they got fired? Yeah, when he was let go of the FBI and he got fired, and being let go of the FBI and being let go by the FBI and for so-called lying to the Justice Department. He broke a whole lot of information to that. He said that it was talks of Donald Trump being impeached. It was talks of them putting together the 25th Amendment, talking about the 25th Amendment. Rob Rosenstein said that happened, but they was joking and playing around. This is what I said about this. If you joke and play around about impeaching the president, that's one of the most craziest jokes after knowing the Russia investigation that happened, and you make a joke about impeaching the president, and everybody in the room, according to Rob Rosenstein and I think it was a couple people in the room, everybody in the room was playing, but Andrew G. McCabe somehow took this seriously, but everybody else was playing. This is not adding up, y'all. This is not adding up. A lot of stuff that he came out in his book with, man. He actually said that it was talks of fellow Republicans really thinking that Donald Trump had something to do with Russia. And the more farther it got, the more and more got swept underneath the rug. And what he did was he aligned certain things together, and he gave certain memos to to Robert Mueller to help his investigation. That's why I'm really being ticked off with how long this investigation is taking for the paperwork to come out. And even if we're going to be able to see that paperwork, that's the first thing I really is invested into, because I think that if the paperwork actually come out, we won't see that actual paperwork. If that paperwork, because of who the attorney general is right now, if we had a Democratic attorney general, he would have probably released those classified documents. He would have declassified them, but he would have released them. Will he will release everything? Of course, no. That's why you got to declassify a document to get. But my thing is with the Attorney General, he said that he might release certain parts of the Mueller investigation. So this is what I'm very invested into this investigation, because this will show that Donald Trump directly had contact with Russia. And I don't think that we need this as people that's living in America. I don't think that we need this. I think that everybody knows that Trump has did something with Russia. I think that people don't want to own up to it because they don't believe that it's a big deal. But if it was some form of Barack Obama or a woman president, this would have been blown all over proportion, or out of proportion. This would have been blown out of control. This would have been all over the place if it was a female president doing these types of things. I'm not going to even say a black president. If it was a black president, he would have been locked up. He probably would have been shot. This is just real. And then you got a president that you see people from national security, the FBI, to New York, to White House officials. Everybody is holding an investigation about this president, about the way that he does business. It's not that they just don't like you, Trump. You can't find out one person that like you. It's not that they just don't like you. It's something that's fishy. Something don't look right. We can see the writings on the wall that you are working for Russia. And the thing that I keep telling people every single day, and the reason why working for Russia, and I know y'all could go through my rest of my podcast and say, Isaiah, you said this and this and said this and this. Listen, working for Russia is one of the worst things that you could do. Especially being an American. You are disabling the world. You are putting your ships, your military, everything at risk. You are putting American people at risk. You are putting our neighboring countries at risk. Venezuela, Cuba, Antarctica. They're doing tests and flying past and doing test missions. You are putting these people at risk. If we keep Russia in check and kept the treaties that we had to keep Russia in check, then Russia won't get out of control. We have friends in the UK with nukes. That if Russia gets out of control, we're close to bomb them. Now we breaking treaties that one person don't have to stand up for another. Every man's for itself. That's not the way that we operate in America. We look out for everybody. That's not the way. We have to look out for everybody. We've been stealing from the whole world for countless of years. So how are we going to just steal that and don't help nobody now? That this is the business that we into. You don't police the world, but you use the world. I don't get it. The ignorance of Americans it's a smack in the face sometimes. I know a lot of people all over the world say these Americans is just ignorant. It's a smack in the face. I can't believe that some of these people really believe that Donald Trump has not done nothing. I can't believe that some of these people, as Republicans, really believe that Donald Trump has not done nothing. He hasn't been in. You don't believe he has done nothing after he has had people that work for Russia? After you have seen people, now you mean to tell me all of these people around him is lying, have no integrity? Paul Manafort might spend the rest of his life in jail for lying? And you mean to tell me that these people, and you have nothing to do with this? I keep saying, Nancy, where the hell is Nancy Pelosi at? She promised to impeach when they was going to come inside there. Now they're saying that he might not have been impeached now. Of course he's not going to be impeached. It's damn near 2020. But you better make sure that he's not being allowed to run in 2020. And this is not me getting excited or trying to sell a point of Donald Trump is evil. Donald Trump is evil. This is me trying to sell a point that America is in trouble. The American people is in trouble. I don't care what he's doing in the economy. That's the first thing that they do. They fix up your books and pat you on your ass, but really you got a fucking hole in your head for when you walk outside. Then they're gonna take the money after you die. That's what they do. They fix up the money or whatever because the money is for him. The top 1%. The top 1% own 97% of the wealth in the United States. It makes no sense. But you hear everybody keep saying, well, you know, he want to tax the rich. He want to tax the rich. He want to tax the rich. Do you know what the rich is? Somebody's making over $725,000. Yeah, that's not me. That's not me. That's not 65% of Americans. It might be higher. It might be higher. I'm looking at an old report from 2002. That's not 65% of Americans that's making that type of money. So why are you acting like that this is going to benefit me? 45% of Americans in 2019 do not have $400 in their bank account. 45% of Americans do not know white, black, Asian, Puerto Rican, doodoo brown. 45% of Americans do not have $400 in a fucking bank account. And you trying to sell me that you doing the economy? The economy is doing much better. Yeah, the economy is doing much better for the rich. Yeah, you're right, bro. Let the rich stay rich. That's what you into. That's the businesses that you into. I seen that this Green New Deal that was just proposed to Donald Trump, and then he gonna say some ridiculous crap like, "Oh, well, you're gonna take jobs away from people in the South that already had these big coal industries." So what? So what? A lot of them had them industries and had all that stuff in the South because of slavery. They need to get that shit back anyway. So what? We're going to take jobs directly from them. That's what we want to do. We want to use clean ways to make our environment run. Not coal and electric and all this bullshit. We want to use clean ways to make our environment run. We don't want this crap no more that you guys got. We're done with it. I just wanted to bring y'all a quick podcast, man. I want to go back up here and watch. No, I'm sorry. I'm doing another podcast tonight. So go on Spreaker.com and check me out. That's why I'm on my way over to the studio to do another podcast, y'all. I appreciate it, though. This is just a quick chat on YouTube, man. I appreciate it, y'all. The First Amendment. Do whatever you could possibly do. Hit the like, subscribe to the page, donate to the channel. I appreciate it, y'all. I'm trying to, and when I start to donate for the channel, what I'm going to start trying to do, being honest here, I'm going to try to like go all over and like get other people's point of view. So I'm gonna try to be like him in one city this day, in Virginia, in Texas, and try to bring y'all how the wall look. Try to do it. I'm gonna really start this campaign and try that in 2020. We're just gonna start saving this year for it. And in 2020, we're gonna start the campaign. So I appreciate it, you guys. Do anything you could do, possibly do for the kid, man. And I appreciate it. And good looking out, man.